Welcome back, everybody. It is time for an update here on Cosmos 11. This is one of the games that I have personally invested in, and actually it's the game I've received the most criticism for because I've done a couple videos on Cosmos 11. One of them, I said that I thought this token was poised to explode because it had a very low market cap and with no utility, and utility was coming soon. And then, of course, as soon as I did that, the entire crypto market crashed, everything has gone down, and this token has not performed well since then. But we now have utility, or at least the beginning of utility, as matches and skill upgrades are now here. So we are finally getting to play a very basic version of the game. This is going to evolve into so much more, but there is finally something that you can actually do. And it's right now the token has gone down so far that this game only has a $50,000 market cap. That is insane. Not 50 million, $50,000 market cap. There are so many crap games out there that have a $1 million market cap, a 10 million market cap, games that aren't even games, that are so poorly done, that are so much worse than Cosmos 11. Cosmos 11 is one that I actually like here, and I think it's going to be pretty good. So a $50,000 market cap is just insane. So I am doubling down. And I'm not abandoning this game. I still think it is going to be something that is going to be both fun and profitable. And the fully diluted market cap is only barely over $1 million, and we're never going to reach that fully diluted market cap because there's now burning that's involved. That's going to help lower that number, and that's over the course of the next 6 years as everything is distributed. But even at the fully diluted market cap of just under $1 million, this game feels like it's very, very undervalued to me. And I think the reason is because they didn't have an IDO. They did not privately sell this token. This is all generated in game. They sold their cards, and the cards can generate the token, but they don't have large investors. They don't have any VCs, things like that. You guys may have heard me before. I'm not really a big fan of some of these VCs, some of these investors, but they pump the token, they market everything like that, and then they just end up being a lot of pump and dumps. This game doesn't have something like that, and I think it's going to be better for it long term. And that's why I'm excited to be in this game early. So forget about the market, forget about all of that. Let's jump in and look at the updates. Let's look at what you can actually do now. So if you go to the website, there is now this play button. You can come up here and click on play, and there is now an option to play the game. Although again, it's very basic. The presentation is really at its base level. It's going to improve so much, but you can actually start doing things. So if we come down here to staking, those of you kind of behind my screen here, you can kind of see what I'm doing. Staking, anybody who's bought cards before should have had them staked because that's how you earn DIM. That's how you earn their token. So you'll want to come and unstake them. So red is unstaked, yellow is staked. A lot of you will probably have these yellow here if you've invested in the cards that I recommended earlier, which by the way, the cards are still selling above what the game sold them for, above their original price, just barely. You can actually come get in this game now for just slightly more than I did when I bought packs from the game itself. But the point is the cards have actually held their value. So those aren't going down. It's just the token that has gone down because it hasn't had utility, and then the overall market crash on top of that. But now, who knows what the overall market will do? I think it's going up, but whether you're a bear or bull, the utility is coming in the game, as we're going to show right here. But anyways, if you turn these from yellow to red, you will then be able to play with them. We'll come back to this inventory screen later. Go to this play option down here at the bottom. Maybe go down to this play option down here at the bottom. I clicked on things and reset that, so I messed that up. Okay, come down to the play option down here at the bottom. You will now see your lineup. You can go in and edit your lineup and put whatever players you want. So I've got, it'll show, like, you can scroll down here. I've got several of them. I've been playing with them. You can see they're recovering. And you can set your lineup however you want. You can change your tactics to get the desired positions out there, and whatever you feel like fits your roster the best. You gotta get a good coach. That's one thing I do not have. And those coaches are expensive. A coach is going to give you more experience points. You are playing the game right now because you want to gain experience points. Oh, you can gain DIM as well, but The biggest reason is to gain experience points so you can level up your players, so then you can make more dim down the line. Having a good coach is going to allow you to gain more experience points, and I really need to go get a better coach because mine is not very good. So medic, you can pick a medic that's going to improve their recovery time. But once you've got everything set, you've got your lineup, you've got your tactic, whatever you want, you can come in here to friendlies. Come in here to friendlies, and you can choose how much you want to gamble. You are basically gambling here on the game, which is actually going to reduce the amount of dim that is coming into the game, because people were just gaining dim from staking. Now they're unstaking those players that was giving them dim to play in these friendlies where you can earn money, but you're not earning money from the game, you're earning money from other players. And there's actually a small percentage of that that's taken as a fee and burned. So there's a small burning mechanism in here. So not only are we not generating as much dim, which is going to slow down inflation a little bit, we're also burning some. I personally at this point don't care whether I win or lose, because the dim isn't really worth all that much. I am fine even if I lose, because I want the experience points from playing the match. So even if I lose, I view it as buying XP, and I'm okay with that. So I'm coming, obviously I want to win if I can, but I'm not necessarily even concerned about all the amounts lost. So we can come in here and we'll just enter, and it's gonna pop up, have you verify the transaction, all the stuff that Wax does. And refreshing, there we go. It's ready to close. It'll close by itself, or you can actually click out and close it. And then we just wait. And right now, just to be honest, this is very boring. You're just waiting for a match. It's going to tell you if you win or lose or not. That's okay. There is more coming. There's going to be animation that's coming. You're going to be able to follow along as your players play, and it's going to be a lot more exciting. This is just the base version, the bare bones version, where we're essentially testing out the playing the game and leveling up the players and all of that, and then the presentation is all going to come down the line. So there we go, the match is over. You can come down here. I am the away team right here. I lost 500 dim, but that's okay, because again, I don't necessarily care about profiting that way. We're gonna go back, and I want to take that experience that I gained and go level up my players. So if you go down here to inventory, this is the new thing that just came out, that we can now come in here, and I'm looking at on the right side at the experience to find somebody that I can level up. Here's one, 224 right here. Played with him recently. Experience 224, I can now click level up. I can go in here and I can upgrade one of his abilities. It doesn't really matter. Let's upgrade his technique. Upgrade his technique, we'll apply that. And then he is now upgraded. I am now more likely to win a match playing with him than I was 30 seconds ago. So we can go in and we can use our experience points. It costs dim to upgrade. It's fairly cheap. It only costs 50 dim right now, which there's a bunch of attributes here you can upgrade. So it takes a lot of experience points, a lot of dim. That kind of tells me, the low cost of dim tells me that they're expecting this to be much more expensive. And I personally expect it to be much more expensive right than what it is now, because again, a $50,000 market cap is just insane. Just insane. Oh, by the way, they're going to be sweeping the floor with dim as well to help that price. So they've got some burning mechanisms in play. They're going to start to work on the value of the token, but that's never been their main concern, okay? One of the things that I've absolutely loved about this game is that they're not focused on selling a token. That's never been their primary goal. That's why they didn't do a pre-sale. That's why they didn't have all these private investors. That's not what they are doing. And that excites me. That excites me. They're worried about developing the game first, getting this game working, then improving the presentation, that type of thing. And the value for the dim is going to come. And I think that's going to reward the people who get into the game and play the game and that type of thing. Because once we get to the point where this token is starting to increase in price and starting to get publicity and more players are starting to come in, there's not a bunch of just investors behind us to dump the token when it goes up, because they don't have those. Everybody, the only way you're getting the token, other than buying in right now, is by playing the game. That's the only way it's being distributed from the game is by directly playing. And I know I've said that on every single video. I love that, and that makes me very bullish long term. So I think, who knows where the floor is at, guys. I said last time that once we got utility and once this economy started, that I thought this token was going to skyrocket, and I still believe that. I 100% believe that. The question is always going to be, where's the floor? How far down are we going to go? Is this going to be enough to reverse that downward trend and start it back up? I don't know. Is it going to be enough just to stall it, or are we going to hang out on the floor here? There's still more utility coming. We haven't gotten to leagues yet. We don't have where we're upgrading our stadiums a bunch, and there's still so much that they have to add to this game that's going to give their token a lot more utility. That's going to give these NFT cards a lot more utility. And that's all still down the road. So I don't know. Maybe we're not at the point yet where things have reversed enough that the value that's going to reverse the trend and go up. I don't want to try and make predictions here, but I still believe that we're eventually going to hit a point where there's not enough of this token out there for everybody to upgrade what they want to upgrade, and the price is going to start soaring at some point. So that's just my personal opinion. Always do your own research. I just wanted to update you guys on what is new in this game, what is finally here, and I'm excited about it. It's something that, again, I can play very passively. I like my sports, managing my sports simulations. I've played games that are like this in the past. My favorite sports are baseball and basketball, so it's been more those types of simulators. But I've played things like this in the past that were not blockchain, and it's exciting to see these games going this direction, where I can play these types of things and run these simulators and manage my rosters and everything, and then have a chance to potentially earn as well. So I'm excited about where this is going, and we'll see. We'll see what happens, but I hope you guys join me. Come to my Discord. As always, we can discuss the game. Leave comments here. Let me know what you think. Was I wrong? Was I wrong saying that this token's going to go up, or was I just too early? Is now the time? Is today the day I should have been telling you guys to buy it and I was just early? Or what do you guys? What's everybody else's thoughts? Let me know. We'll discuss it in the bottom. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I hope you all have a great night.